Hey everybody, welcome. And today we're going to be starting another high grade. And this one is Undisputed Champion. It's got to be the cheapest model kit online anywhere in the world at any time in history. It has to be. My friend was ordering some of these third-party kits off of AliExpress, and he hadn't signed in, so it was like a initial purchaser, new buyer, new member offer. And this kit here, he was purchasing for I think about $8. I think it was 7 something Canadian. I'm in Canada. And this thing popped up. I said, oh, you know what? I'll get one of those. It's kind of a funky looking suit for $1.63. So this went through at $1.63. We thought, well, cheapers, I don't even know if we're going to get it. Like, oh, not much of a loss. We lose $1.60 plus. But it did come. And so here it is. And we are going to build it right away. We're on a Gunpla mission lately. And if you've noticed on the channel, follow. We're kind of having fun with the Gunpla. And so we are going to continue on in that vein with the Wondwart. And now this is a high grade. This is going to be third-party knockoff of the Bandai kit. So I'm going to assume, other than fit and finish and gating maybe on the sprue, the layout and everything should probably be, pretty well the same, if not identical. So without further ado, let's get into the box and see. It's fairly heavy, and I do believe it is one bag full of sprues. So there we go. And we have a fairly sizable bag here full of our parts to build our Wondwart, with our instructions in here in the bag. Everything comes in one bag. So look at that. I already had I'm just going to tear it open like a Cro-Magnon caveman. Get right in there. Now, I tell you, I think I said it last time, it's summertime here and it's been real hot, although we're getting a bit of a reprieve last couple days. But I tell you, the Gunpla is great for summertime. Not having to wait for paint and deal with glues and stinky stuff and everything. So we got some really cool colors here. Got some purple. So we got the XF06, our fighting suit. Let's see, where do we start here with our instructions? There we go. Number 1. Let's come down and take a quick look at these and see what we got. So we have our, layout for our sprues here, and then we are starting, it looks like, with the body this time. So a little bit of a change up from usually starting with the head. So we start with the body into the head. All right. Straight into the arms. So I guess that gives you like an overview here. These are our stickers showing us where our stickers go. There's 1, 2, 3. So here's 4 with our right arm, left arm. There we go. Sorry. There's 4 with our right arm, left arm. And our legs with these weird sort of space legs, I guess we'll call them. Yep. So basically, pretty straightforward, simple construction that we can see here. Something we haven't seen before as far as Bandai goes. So it looks like it should be fairly straightforward. Got our components all, fitting together here at the end. And then there's his beam weapon. Looks pretty sweet. And that's her. Okay. I guess this is our accessories going together here. We've got our backpack. Alright, so here's our weapon. Shows him holding it. So, there we go. And we've got this kind of weird assembly back here. It looks really cool. It's almost like a car, eh? It's got like the tail lights sort of thing going on. Vents and stuff. Neat. Really cool. I like the design. So another radical high grade with the Wondwart, however you pronounce it. Let's get backed off here. And we'll get into our sprues. So what do we got? We've got 1, 2, 3. Oh, we got a little cable here. A little piece of cable. 4. We got these identical. 6. There's 7. Sprue 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. So 13 sprues, albeit some of them are small. 13 sprues altogether, so there's a lot of plastic here. We've got some stickers, some foil stickers. We'll see how many of these we use. Got some for the eyes. Look really good. And we have a really nice sheet of water slide decals. So we got, oh, some nice color here. We got some nice decals here. Here we go. Got some nice water slide decals here. These are nice. Cool markings. Long beam rifle claw. There you go. Sweet. Cool. RX-124. Titans. So we got some really cool markings going on here, and I love this orange. Orange is one of my favorites. Orange green, so I like this orange on the thing. That's going to pick up some cool color. All right, let's take a look at the sprues just quickly here before we get started building. So, like I said, we're under $2. I think generally this kit goes for around $7. The Bandai kit, I'm going to assume, is around the $24 to $30 range. Most of the high grades are. I can put a link down below in the description. So we've got those. They're pretty straightforward and simple. Now we've got these 2 tones of blue. So we've got these 2 types of blue here. We've got this darker blue and a lighter, sort of like a sporty blue kind of, I guess you could call it. So we've got this component here. Body, you got some nice small details here. Everything looks really clean. Not a lot of flash. Gating looks, decent. Looks like it's going to be pretty good. It's a little bit wide there, so we'll have to watch it where we clip and be careful that we don't damage anything. So there's that. I guess there's a look at all of our poly caps for all of our joints and stuff. So we got ball socket sort of thing going on. That looks pretty cool. Now here's our sprue B5. Oh, this was C2, I guess. B2. Sprue B2. So here we go. And we got ABS plastic. So we got lots of interior detail going on there. Inside we got our hands. And this nice purple color. Got this really cool piece here. That's got some nice detail on it along the outside there. Well, everything looks really clean. And we've got another sprue in this color. We got 2 more sprues in this color. That's sprue B2. And here's sprue B3. Let's go to sprue B1. So here's some more of those components. So for our limbs and armor stuff. Yeah, nice. Everything looks really, really clean. The gating might be a little bit, irregular. So that's probably one of the main differences you'd notice between that. And we'll see what how the pegs fit. So far, the fit on these third-party kits has been, all right. And for $2, what the heck are you going to do? Cheapest kit in the, cheapers. Obviously, it's illegal. It's got to be criminal. So here's sprue B3. Again, we got this nice, sort of almost like a purple, deepish purple sort of blue color. It's really cool. We got lots of nice little details here. These little fasteners. So we'll see what kind of wash we want to use. I guess the gray, light gray will show up good with this. Now, we have this C1, which is a yellow sprue. Give us some accent pieces. Right? These all look pretty good. Now, it looks consistent. There's a bit of flash on the sprue itself, but the parts seem, pretty clean. This little small piece here looks like it's pretty good. All these 2 pieces. Antennae, horns. So sprue J1, and we have this light gray color. So we've got some couplings here for putting limbs together, I'm going to assume. And now we have sprue A1 in the same gray color, which is going to be our armor bits. This is a nice piece, probably for the beam rifle, I think. Looks like it's part of our maybe communications dish. Got these nice. And yeah, it looks really clean. I mean, so far, all the lines look pretty clean. Looks like it's nicely molded. Sprue A1. Got a little red sprue here. Sprue D. These are little red pieces. And then we've got sprue A3. So we have another one of these here. So it looks like we have some corresponding components here. So we have A3 and A1. These are identical sprues except for this part here. So we can see we've got identical sprues here. And this is for all these components there. So that's going to get you there. And then we've got that extra part for the beam rifle. Sprue A2. That's going to be that tail piece. See, it's all really clean. Nothing to really clean up there at all. Like, you know, all these little openings here, it's nicely molded. So, yeah, definitely look at these panel lines here are going to come out nice. Cool. So definitely a larger sprue count than the last ones we did. And then we finally have our stickers and our water slide decals. So we have our foil stickers for our eyes and our accents and stuff here. We'll see which ones we decide to use and what we decide maybe to paint. And then we have our water slide decals. We're definitely going to use some of these. I don't think we'll be using all of them on this kit for sure, but we'll definitely use a fair bit of them. And yeah, let's take it to the bench and get her started right now. So that is a look at, I don't even know what the manufacturer is for this. It just says it's an RX-124 scale model. You know, I guess it's in here somewhere in this writing, but anyways, if you're looking for one of these, I would always suggest getting the Bandai one because it'll be a guaranteed fit finish. With these things, who knows what you're going to get, although we will find out how this one goes together. Toot sweet! But that's a look at the RX-124 Fighter TR-6 Wondwart. And I don't know, I like it. I like these wacko suits, and we're having fun with the Gunpla. So if you'd like to see how this goes together and how we make out, then please join me for the build. And if not, maybe join me next time when I'm doing something that you might prefer to see. So until next time, live, love, laugh, plan something for the future, because that's when I'll see you. Cheers! Bye! So just before I go, a quick update. I went looking again for this kit. This was the cheapest I could find. Now, my buddy, we will just call him Marky Doodle. He has a way of skifting around. I think he uses his mobile device. So he gets different things come up than I do. But yeah, that's the cheapest one I could find right there. And that's for the one that I've got here, which is the knockoff. Now, looking for the Bandai kit became another issue. I went to all the large ones here in Canada. There's our Gamma here. It's out of stock. You can see it's sold out. That's the normal one. Now, it does show a Bandai, whatchamacallit, the special one, the Bandai's, and a P Bandai, sorry, and yeah, it's $121 for a high grade kit. So no wonder my buddy was on the hunt for this. I think that's kind of jogs my memory now, is that this was a kit that he liked, but to find it was absolutely really astronomically expensive or very hard to find it in stock. And we got the same sort of number here on Amazon. I did Canada Gundam Hangar. They have a clear one, it shows here, that they may have in stock. So it's showing it's coming up for expiry here soon. So, but there's one here, I guess, the same kit with the clear armor, so you can see inside. I'm not a big fan of that kind of sort of thing, but if that floats your boat, then there you go. So, yeah, a little bit hard of a kit. I'm actually very surprised that this was one of the ones that we were able to get at that kind of price. But it's just a little update there in case you were, you know, looking for this kit. It may be a little bit harder to find than I thought, and I didn't want to mislead anybody. So, until next time.